Alright. It's 11:59 here on the East Coast, and that means it's just about time for the Midnight Gamescast. This is the Midnight Gamescast. Nope, that's not right.
Midnight.
How do we do this? This is the Midnight Gamescast.
It's 11:59 on the fucking
East Coast. Yeah. And then we talk about games.
Monday.
Yeah.
Forgot the time. Then you say something.
We are the Midnight Gamescats.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Midnight Gamescats.
Yes.
Game Cats. I'm pluralizing too many things here.
Feline AIDS free.
We are the Midnight Game Cats, where we record every Monday night at midnight and bring it to YouTube at this link every Tuesday afternoon, youtube.com/withoutparolegames. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and please consider yourself a Midnight Game Cat.
Yes.
My name is Brian Paul, and across from me, whoa, we are missing somebody.
We are, totally.
This is Jeremy King.
It is. It is him.
Dude, Brett's not here.
No, he's not.
This is weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing smells like marijuana.
No, it's a clean smell in here.
No, it's not. These windows, I can't open these windows because their games are pushed up against the shelves. I wish I could open the windows, get some fresh air flowing in here.
You realize how reflective there are? There's many reflective things in here, but you can't tell because of the cases.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I hate when the lights shine just right on the Death Note poster, and there's like this big glare that pops up on the video, and I don't see it till much later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna notice now.
Everyone's gonna notice.
Yeah.
The light looks pretty good. All right. Brett's not here.
Nope.
The arbiter of feline AIDS is MIA this evening. He's not feeling well, so send your best get well wishes to Brett Zawilski. We miss you very much and hope to see you back again next week. Where I also already miss Video Game True and False.
Yeah. I
honestly don't know what we do here when we're not playing that game.
Yeah.
It's like the foundation of the Midnight Gamescast.
And you know, it's funny. Like, will things pop in your head and you're like, oh, I should write that down. And me, I just don't write it down.
Nope.
You know, so unfortunately, then when it's time to write them down,
it's all last minute.
Like, motherfucker,
right.
You know?
Why wasn't I writing it all week?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it'd be so much easier, you know?
You weren't here last week.
I was not.
Kevin took your place.
Yes, he did, yeah.
How did you feel about that?
It was fine.
Yeah?
It was different watching it from, you know...
the outsider perspective?
Yeah, the outsider, totally. Yeah. Like, where would I have given up? Where did I break it up? That type of thing. Like, we find research shows that people pretty much are almost done, you know? But, I don't know. I wanted to see the whole thing, so I watched the whole thing.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin, for filling in last week.
Absolutely.
We should have called you earlier today.
I didn't watch the 13 minutes at the end. I did. Someone gave me a heads up on that one in the comments.
So yeah, that's the funny thing.
Yeah.
I saw the comment. Yeah. It was like, is there something hidden in the last 13 minutes? Yeah. I was like, what are they talking about? And I fast forwarded, and there was 13 minutes of just blackness, which meant that I just fucked up when I was editing. And so
well, hence your Twitter and everything name.
That would be dark.
Yeah, that would be dark.
The episode would be dark,
and it was.
So I luckily YouTube.
Not only 12 minutes, 13 minutes.
13 minutes. It was good though, because YouTube actually has an option that once the video is uploaded, you can tweak some things.
Yeah.
And trimming the video, cutting out parts at the beginning and end is an option. It just took like 24 hours.
Really?
But luckily I didn't have to like re-upload it and all that stuff, re-render. That would have been a pain in the ass.
Did it come down for a bit, the whole video, for 24 hours, or was it still up?
No, you can just watch the original one while it's replacing it with the edited one.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a little weird that it takes so long, but at least it's watchable the whole time.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of views again. So if you are a new viewer, thanks you for watching. And yeah, again, we are missing somebody this week, so it's going to be a little bit different than our usual setup.
A little different.
Yeah. No, but since you weren't here, we have a lot of catching up to do.
Yes.
What have you been playing since the last time I've seen you, Jeremy?
I finished Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
That was like 2 weeks ago. I finished before the podcast. I couldn't make it.
Okay. So you finally fought that last boss.
Yeah, I just got done with it. I'm like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish this. So I did it.
What do you think of the last boss?
Whatever. I didn't think too. I thought the whole last segment, to tell you the truth, maybe the last hour and a half, was a little bit unnecessary.
Drawn out.
Yeah.
No real fun.
No.
The only reason I pushed through was because I felt like it was the end, and I was like, nah, it's almost there.
But and it kept going, like, it's almost there. No, it's almost there. It's got to almost be there now.
Right.
So you keep going until it was finally the end.
Minor spoilers. The part that you play is Captain Quark.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is the lamest stealth thing I've done in a long time.
Yeah.
Push R1 to wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and it was so slow because he's got to walk. He can't jump, or they'll see you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems very limiting. So it was all right. It was all right.
Those races on the rails.
Yep.
I thought that was really stupid.
Yeah. It was really drawn out at the end.
That was so 90s.
Yeah.
That kind of rail shit was
grinding
big.
on
that.
Yeah. So this week they I guess I saw a headline on IGN saying how much money the Ratchet and Clank movie lost. Like millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
Which, I mean, I was actually interested in going to see it.
Yeah, I didn't contribute either.
And I didn't go see it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wonder how much of that there was. Of like, oh, that's cool, except it's competing with too many other great movies,
Yeah.
Because what did we see instead? We saw, Civil War.
Wait, it was prior to that, though.
Yeah.
A couple weeks.
A little prior to that, but there was like a Disney movie out at the same time.
Yeah. Bad timing. Plus, a lot of people think, you know what, those movies generally a crap. I'll wait for it to be on Redbox for $1 and some change.
True. I wonder if they make their money back at that point.
They must. Yeah. But I don't know. Redbox must just buy quantity, and then they make the money after that. Because it's there. It's kind of like GameStop with the used games.
Yeah.
They sell it once, and then they get it back, freaking 4 times in its life.
But I guess that means there's not going to be a Ratchet and Clank sequel movie.
Probably not.
No. The game was so good though that I hope
very good.
That I hope it sold well.
It must have.
Because from what I've heard, it sold well, but I don't have any numbers to back that up.
I think the next one is going to be $60. There's no doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because probably like shit. I would have paid $60. That was a great game.
Yeah, I think the theory there was rope everybody in with a $40 game, see how awesome it is. Remember how great Ratchet and Clank is.
Yeah.
They'll all go see the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't work.
Didn't work at all.
It did feel like a $60 game.
Yeah.
It felt very fleshed out. I can't wait to go back.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's the best looking game I've ever played.
No matter how much fell everywhere, it just was solid, you know? It was really fun.
And I really do think it was way better. Like, I mean, I remember playing the PS2 original.
Yeah.
And losing interest real early on.
I only played a few moments of it, so little that was all new to me playing this one. You know?
I was assuming this one I was going to rope me in for a couple hours and I was going to lose interest just like the first ones.
Yeah.
But whatever they did to it, way more fun.
Yeah.
So I'm real happy with it.
Yeah. And they did a great job with upgrading the weapons because there's no way to upgrade them all in one playthrough.
Right.
You know, and I want to go through, I was just saying to you before, I want to go through and play it because I want to get some of the upgrades of some of those weapons, you know? Yeah. Like what is it, Sheepinator or something like that?
Sheepinator's awesome.
I want to see what that one is upgraded. I never had a chance to because by the time I got it, I had way more powerful weapons that I definitely needed at that time.
No, I totally agree with you. You know? And what was the one? You sent me a text at some point saying that you were using Mr.
Oh.
What's his name?
Oh my god, how could I forget him? He was my buddy the entire game.
Right.
Mr.
We know you do. Everybody knows.
Plug's going to unplug, and there's no Brett to plug in.
I got
it. Mr. Holy fuck, Mr. Nah.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, but like he was...
Zircon. Mr. Zircon.
Good job.
Thank you.
He reminded me of almost like an old... Like a 2D shooter like Gradius or something, where you go and you get like a little orb that floats around and like shoots every so often. That's what he reminded me of, but like in a third-person, platformer.
Yeah, he gets if you keep upgrading him, he gets a little junior guy with him too, like a junior Zircon, a baby Zircon, or something like that. And he's got a little high-pitched voice. It's funny.
That's awesome. Yeah. I really wanted to see what he would be like upgraded.
Oh, he's devastating.
When I play through again, I'm definitely I want to platinum that game for sure.
Yeah. Which I've never done. You just discovered.
Yeah, Jeremy. So Jeremy and I've been hanging out for a while. I mean, at least the last 2.5 months, doing the last 12 episodes, and we weren't even friends on the PlayStation Network.
Yeah,
which I think speaks worlds of how we play games.
Yeah,
by ourselves.
Yeah,
right?
Totally. Yeah,
like I don't want to play online with people.
I don't either.
Every time I play, I was playing Resident Evil 6. And I was actually even playing the PS4 like HD version just because I was like, it was an all right game. Yeah. Like, and I was like definitely jonesing from some more Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So I picked up the HD version. And I started playing, and somebody joined my game, and I was like, "No, get out!"
Uninvited guest just can come in.
Yeah, well, because the settings, you just have to make sure all your settings are right. And I think by default, it was like, "Oh yeah, anyone can join your game."
That to me is like somebody walking in the bathroom when I'm taking a shit. It's like, whoa, what are you doing here?
That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
When I get a friend request from one of my friends, or they jump into some shit without me knowing it, I'm like, oh man, what are we doing here? Right. I don't want to deal with it. Not that I'm not great friends with them, but when I sit there on the couch, I just want to play the game
at your own pace. I think is the key, because like when you're playing with somebody else, I feel like you gotta not like show off, but you gotta like really show that you know what you're doing and keep pace with them and make sure that you've always got their back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like looking around every corner, looking for collectibles, taking my time, and they're like running ahead. And I'm like,
I was always the guy behind, catching up. I'd find the corpses with what my share of the loot was because I was too busy finding every crevice and unlocking the gray parts of the map, you know?
Exactly.
And so I just figured I want to do it myself. I'm going to zigzag that map and find every nook and cranny.
Yep.
That's just the way I like to play.
So that's so whenever people send me a friend request and they're like, I like to play Call of Duty and I like to play this and I like to play that, I'm like I'll accept your friend request. I'll accept everybody's friend request. You can friend request me. Same as my Twitter handle. That would be dark. Death Note. Yay. I love Death Note. But I'm not going to play a game with you.
Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah,
unless it's like a co-op only game or something where it's like this, like a cool little indie game where it's like it's better if you play with friends.
Yeah,
very rare though.
Yeah,
very rare. I do like having a friends list, a full friends list.
Yeah,
because the first thing I do when I go online is I'm like, what are my friends playing?
Yeah, I like to look and check and see what they've done or some recent things if they've uploaded stuff.
Yeah,
why not? It's funny. Yeah,
some of it.
Yeah,
right.
And what's bugging me out, too, on Ratchet and Clank, did you get the thing all the time where it said during the videos that the recording stopped? I want to be like, whoa, I don't want to record this, but...
If you don't know what we're talking about, there's a little notification that pops up in the upper left-hand corner if you go to PS4. Yeah. It says recording stopped because you've entered a cutscene or something.
Like
and I've seen this in other games too, but like there's no reason for that notification to pop up if you're not recording gameplay footage. And it's, not like you ever felt like you weren't playing a game, but those notifications just pull you right out of the experience.
They do, because you're like, huh? Oh.
Yeah. It seems silly.
Not only that, it pulled me out, and every time I was like, where the fuck? How can I turn that off? That's the other thing,
Yeah. And you're like, and the first time it pops up, you're like, I'm not recording this, am I?
Oh, I stopped the game.
Push a button?
I did. I went into the recording settings. I was looking around, everything because of that thing. Holy shame on it, Shame on it.
Yeah, at this point, you figure they know how to program everything well enough to not have those things pop up. And also, like, why... If I was recording it, why wouldn't you let me film those?
Yeah.
Right? If I was like filming for a review,
yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want me to show like the quality of the cutscenes?
Yeah.
Like, they don't like. It's not a game that's like so story focused that they wouldn't want you showing spoilers.
Yeah, I know. Really.
Kind of silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, overall, so good. I could almost look past.
I can totally look past it for $40. I'll look past it.
Yeah, right.
For sure. With the Amazon discount, $32.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, and I traded it in. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't, because you're still playing it.
No, what did I just recently trade in?
Quantum Break.
Oh, Quantum Break. I got like $33 towards Uncharted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you trade in Dark Souls?
I returned it. I did return it. I never opened it.
So you get your money back because you had the receipt? It was
Put the rest of that all towards the, not the collector's fucking however expensive Final Fantasy, but the like $90 one.
Yeah, I got 2 of the expensive ones ordered.
Oh, shit.
Well, because I only did it because I was like, because I don't know if you knew or if you tried, but when they had the Final Fantasy 15 reveal event, the live thing they did with Tim Geddes and Greg Miller,
I didn't see it.
I watched it live because I like those guys, and I'm curious about Final Fantasy 15. And then when they revealed it, I was like, and they revealed how few there were going to be.
Yeah,
I was like, damn. I was like, I got to get one. One of my friends is like a huge Final Fantasy fan, and I knew he was asleep. And that, when he woke up and found out about it, he was going to be pissed.
Yeah.
So immediately I was like, if I don't get one for myself, I got to get one for him.
Yeah.
Right. And then I was like, well, can I get another one? was like, I don't know. And but everything was like super slow. Like their store wasn't working very well. Like, and so I didn't even know if when I pre-ordered the first one, I didn't know if I successfully did it.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I better pre-order another one. And so to this day, it's been like a month.
Yep.
I still don't know if I have 1 or 2 pre-ordered because that's how fucked up their store is.
Really?
Yeah.
Directly from what? Square Enix?
It's like it's like you go. It's like it's a second party or a third party or something that runs their store. So it's like you might go to SquareEnix.com or whatever it's called, but the purchasing part, it routes through something else.
Didn't they just make more too?
They did, which pisses me off. Yeah. The reason you buy a collector's edition,
gotta be
right.
Yeah,
the reason you buy a collector's edition is because it's limited. You're like, I better get it now before all the collectors scoop it up.
How could that not be just a bullshit, type of thing to get that?
It was only 10,000 more copies, so it's like sure, it's still super limited.
Yeah,
because I think it was only 20,000 and now it's 30,000 instead.
How much was that again?
Like $250.
That's what I thought. Yeah. What comes in it?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I bet you it's incredible.
I
bet you.
Yeah,
but still,
I mean, I'm happy that I've got a few months because I literally have to save up for it, and I think is it October?
Dude, that's still with the VR coming out.
Right,
too.
October is going to be a super expensive month. That means between VR and both copies of that and a couple VR games, I'm in for $1,100.
Yeah, really.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be an expensive month.
I want some horror survival games to be on that shit. There's a lot of talk of certain ones, but I don't think really on the Sony VR one.
Paranormal Activity, The Experience. Yeah. That's the one I want to play because that's the one they always show the video footage of people freaking out.
What is that on?
Everything. It's on, I believe, if I'm right, it's on Vive, HTC Vive, PSVR, and Oculus. I think
that would be.
I think.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh,
right. Well, because that's the kind of game I want to play in VR.
Oof. Yeah, that's going to be intense.
Yeah,
that's the shit it would be made for. That type of stuff,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, or anything with the vertical. Well, there was that mountain climbing thing, right? Isn't there some sort of a mountain climbing simulator that's out there that's supposedly extremely
I don't know.
Realistic?
I know the one that I want to play, and it's not even. I don't even think a full-fledged game. I think it's just a demo, basically of. It was a kind of a companion piece to Man on Wire, the movie about the guy who did the tightrope walk between the Twin Towers.
Walk.
Yeah,
with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah,
right. Man on Wire was a documentary about him.
Oh,
The Walk was the movie. Great documentary, by the way. And so yeah, the VR experience is like you walk a tightrope between the buildings, and I'm scared of heights.
Oh, I am too.
So I can only imagine that this will help me get over my fear and be real scary in the meantime.
I don't know if it will, but it'll be intense.
I might throw up.
I kind of like to push myself to that. Like I'm afraid of planes. I was terrified. I was 33, first time I was on a plane.
Really?
And I was alone, terrified. And that belt was so tight. I'm dead serious. I put it fucking tight. And when I just closed my eyes, and when they started going, the plane started moving. As soon as it just when it really kicks in because it's ready to take flight and it pushes you back, I was like, this is fucking incredible. Nice. And I loved them from there on.
That's my favorite part.
Oh yeah,
is the takeoff.
Yeah,
yeah, because they always taxi around. They start going, and then as soon as it's like, boom, yeah. It's like my heart just goes to my back, and I just hold on tight. I'm like, here we go. And when you see the ground going down, like, I don't understand how planes work.
Yeah,
but it's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. Yeah. I want to ride a plane again.
It's the first time I rode when I was 7. I was scared out of my mind.
Wow.
Scared out of my mind. I was like a fragile little kid, man. Like I was even scared to stand in the line at rides at amusement parks. I remember freaking out. There was what's the one where you stick to the wall and
Gravitron?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I remember standing in a line for the Gravitron with my dad and my brother, and my dad made just a passing, like just kind of casual joke about how the stairs that we were on to get into the ride was part of the ride. Like that the floor's gonna drop out from under us. Watch out! And I freaked out. I think I started crying. And I was like, I want to get out of the line. I think my mom had to go take me out.
Jeez.
I was an emotional little kid.
I missed out on that. I was always too short to partake in things like that. I swear to God. And
you have to be this tall to ride this ride.
Oh yeah, and I was always below it. The first time I was ever on a roller coaster, coincident? No, maybe 33 or 34. Different plane ride. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And you know what the first one was?
What?
the Harry Potter one in Universal Studios.
How was that?
Fucking amazing.
Damn.
I will never forget it. Hey, have you ever been on that?
No, I haven't been to Florida in like it's Florida Universal
Yes.
Studios.
Yeah,
I didn't know if they had one in California too for Disneyland.
I don't know. They probably do.
But like when I was 7, had my first plane ride.
Yeah.
That was for Disney World.
Yeah.
And
all right.
I haven't been back since.
All right.
So I missed all of the cool additions in the last 30 years.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean it's not just like a roller coaster. You know, they get you. First of all, the warning signs got increasing. You know, like oh, this could get you dizzy, all that kind of shit, to the point where it got
you might die.
Yeah, if you had
feline AIDS.
Limbs and feline AIDS, the prosthetic limbs,
yeah,
you were to take them off and put them in the lockers.
No
way.
Yeah.
And
because you know there's a sign because somebody lost some.
Something must have happened.
Somebody's
eventually.
on the ride and they lose a leg. Where'd my leg go?
But they come up this. And it just stops gradually, but you sit sideways, and it's like this fucking scoop underneath you, and you sit there, and this thing comes over you, and there's like 2 speakers here, and then all of a sudden the ground just drops out from underneath you, so you're dangling, and that's it. And then it moves a little bit, you hear voices all here, and it moves you this way, that way. It makes you feel like you're just waving on a broomstick is what they want you to feel like.
Yeah.
And it'll churn you, and then it'll be the actual roller coaster. You'll be like this, moving in front of 3D or screens, and it makes you look like you're outside on the cliffs. And then there'll be animatronics, right? They'll stop, and then the thing will wave there, and animatronics will be in front of your face. And then it combined everything. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
I don't know if any of that made sense to you guys, because I was totally reliving it.
It worked for me. Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. I wanted to do it again. The ride was almost the wait in line was almost 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah, when I go to Six Flags,
yeah,
got to get the fast pass.
Ha.
Right, it's super expensive, right, to get the fast pass and the ticket for the day. But it's totally worth it, because standing in line is just a waste of time.
Yeah.
Right. The last time I went to Six Flags, again a couple of years ago, I think I went on the Bizarro Superman ride 6 times.
Oh, really?
6 times. Never had to wait in line. Yeah. We hit every single other ride in the park too. Did the Batman ride a couple times.
We went and did that. Yeah, I don't remember which ones. I think we did all of them except that. Was that the one with the Incredible Hulk too?
I don't know.
Six Flags.
I don't know. It's been, like I said, it's been a couple of years since I've been to Six Flags, so I don't even know what's there now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is the official roller coaster
really.
podcast
We've
of Without Parole Games.
Amusement parks, you know?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I want to go back to an amusement park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Wally World. I wish it was a real place. You know, I always did, even when I was a kid. Wally World.
Wally World.
Yeah.
I remember growing up too. Like I remember going to all sorts of different ones. There was like Busch Gardens we went to.
I never went to that.
And The Great Escape.
Never.
No.
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah, I remember my parents. They
They're
took
lucky.
us. Well, yeah, but we didn't do like a ton of like big like that Florida trip.
Yeah.
Was like the biggest thing we ever did.
Yeah.
You know, I think we went to like Hersheytown, USA. Like,
We did that once. Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that, but
The whole place just smells like chocolate.
Yeah, we only did the tour.
Well, what else is there? Are there
It
rides?
was an amusement park, yeah.
We must have done the rides then. We just did the tour and went home.
My old man, I still remember we pull up and we're like...
This is like a therapy session right now. Right?
We're like 10, my sister probably 11, and it was our first time there because our trips were Amish country, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We stayed on the road that the movie Witness with Harrison Ford was filmed on 3 years in a row.
Was that part of the attraction?
Oh, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Fly plot. Oh, man, say that one fast.
I couldn't even...
Shoe, fly, pie, Amish. It's
Okay.
like an Amish pie.
Never even heard of it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like molasses. Holy shit. Fucking weighs like 32 pounds. But we stayed there 3 years in a row. And mind you, like when I was like 7, 8, 9, every year was like, hey, where do you want to stay? I was like, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I wanted to.
Right.
I love that shit.
Because also you didn't know anything else, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I still
There's
remember...
other places we can go? Why?
Yeah,
Why go
really.
there?
And, you know, I want to find an old belt buckle from some dead soldier. That kind of like intrigued me.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we pull up to the parking lot of Hershey Museum,
Mm-hmm.
right? And all you see is a fence in the distance and like this amusement park. Way up there, my father's like, you don't want to go there anyways. I swear to God. And we did the museum tour, you know, and whatever, because I once at Whalen
World?
Park. Yeah, I know, I wish. Whalen Park. Remember Whalen Park?
Oh, yeah, I went there a couple times.
Oh, yeah. I got severely sick because I did ride after ride after ride. And after that, any kind of little bit of spinning or anything just made me fucking yak. You know, it was, oh, yeah. So I was like, oh, I kind of wanted to, but yeah, all right. It's like an old man. It's like, I can deal without it.
Riverside doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I think Riverside turned into Six Flags.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's it.
That happened a while ago.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
was just trying to think of all the places I went when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, what about Riverside Park? And I was like, oh, no, that's Six Flags.
Yeah.
And I go on. Yeah.
Oh, good times.
So Uncharted.
Yeah. Oh, I was agreeing with you for like all these things you guys were talking about last week. I'm like, oh, I so much wanted to say that.
What sucked is that I was here with Brett and Kevin, and I want to talk about Uncharted because that's what I've been playing.
Yeah.
And of course, neither one. They're Xbox guys for the most part.
Yeah.
So how far are you into Uncharted?
Madagascar. I'm still driving around in the fucking Jeep.
Okay.
I hope I'm towards the end of that part. I'm past the drawbridge part,
Oh, yeah.
I forget
didn't
where.
love that.
Yeah, that was where,
Not loving a lot of things going on.
It was a little dry.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drive, and then I got obsessed with finding those little fucking little towers and knocking them over.
Yeah.
And now I got to find them because that's just the way I am. And so that's tying me up. But I also got to find little treasures and little hidden caves. I'm doing the RPG thing, only I'm doing it in Uncharted.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's slowing the pace down, and I hope it's not going to slow it down to the point of me moving on, because, you're always looking for the quick fix,
The more I play this game, the more I wonder if at some point in the design stages, if Uncharted 4 was supposed to be an open world game.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like in many parts, right? Like the Jeep part.
Yeah.
Like I can just go anywhere. And
there's a lot of areas to explore.
Right? But I found myself like just not caring.
I really want to get to the checkpoint, if you will, the next part of the story, but it's just that OCD part of me tugging me to just find these other areas.
That's normally me.
Yeah,
that's normally me, and I just don't care.
And do you find that they definitely didn't hide treasures or those little towers too well? They just kind of put them out there. Every little nook and cranny where I'm like, oh, that would have been a fucking great place if you just put something there.
Right.
And there's never anything anywhere like that. It's always in an obvious abandoned tower at the top, or some area you blow up and jump down the hole, and there it is. It's in an obvious area.
In the Jeep parts specifically, like there are so many cool little Jeep moments.
Yeah.
Again, minor spoilers. If you haven't played up to the halfway point, I guess is what we're talking about.
The halfway.
Then you may want to tune out for a minute. Like there's one particularly awesome Jeep scene where you're oh shit, what's the thing called? The front of the Jeep where
the hitch.
The hitch. That's not what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Because they made all these jokes about it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, the dialogue in this game is awesome.
Yo, it's great.
Right?
And it keeps it going.
It does.
Like that whole Madagascar driving scene, their dialogue.
Yeah.
And I was agreeing I think you were saying that last week with the dialogue. Winch. Yes.
There we go. Hitch,
That's
winch,
it.
winch.
Hitch, winch.
Winch.
The winch.
So the winch is like, it's this like, at first you're like, I can kind of do anything with the winch. I can pull it off and I can tie my Jeep to things. I can knock things down.
Yeah.
And like in the first time you actually like tie the winch around a tree.
Yeah.
And actually get up this big muddy slope, you're like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I feel like it was almost like the Batmobile syndrome in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Whereas like the first time you do like one of those like tank scenes where you're like, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But then it's like, gotta do it again.
Yep.
And again. And again. And then you're like, I don't care anymore. How do I get to the next section?
And it's not even for exploring any unreachable areas, you would think. It's the story. You need to.
Yeah. How do we get the Jeep onto this elevator?
Well, it really segments the areas. Do you notice the Jeep, every time you dropped down that 8-foot drop into the Jeep new area, you knew that you just reached a new area to drive around
and you can't go back now.
You can't go back.
Right, so if you miss something, it's over.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because Uncharted's always about kind of funneling you down a path and being like kind of streamlined. It's like, okay, we're just going to keep moving you forward.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that they gave us kind of like that open world feel, like many paths to go down to get to the same checkpoint, like you said. But ultimately, I found myself going around in circles a lot.
Yeah.
And just, I'm 20 hours in probably now, and I'm 2/3 of the way through the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is taking forever.
Yeah.
I buy Uncharted games because I want a quick little 12-hour experience.
Yeah.
I want the story to be nice and tight and fast.
Yeah. I know, it's getting long, you know?
Yep.
And I hate to say it because it is unbelievably the best looking game.
Best looking game I've ever played.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I said that about Ratchet and Clank, and I think that's still true.
Yeah.
But as far as realism
totally
goes,
different.
Yeah, cartoon and realism, and they both look amazing.
Yeah. Both of them do look amazing.
And the voices,
it's incredible.
The story. I think the story's great.
It's awesome. Yeah.
But it does a little too much of the, oh hey, we got to our goal. There's nothing here, and here's a small clue about where you have to go next. Different entire location.
Yeah.
You're like, man.
Yeah.
I could have cut out like at least 3 of these little adventures in the middle and made this a nice streamlined game.
Yeah.
I hate talking shit about this game.
I know.
Because
feels wrong.
It's just oozing quality.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. There's so many good things to say about it. Absolutely. That outweigh the bad things so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You just have to be in the mood to spend 30 hours with an Uncharted game. And I've never been in the mood for that because that's not what Uncharted is to me.
I was so excited. I hadn't played it in days. I was so excited to play it last night. And I started to play it, fucking Madagascar, again, you know, because it's a kind of a big area.
It is.
And so I'm like, ugh. So I stopped playing it. I had a gunfight. It was pretty awesome. You know, we got to the point, the Jeep. I jumped out. I jumped into the bushes, tall grass. Mm-hmm. So I ducked down. I see the dude there. I pin them all. You know, I like that feature. Now you can kind of pin them.
Yeah.
So I marked them all. And I ducked down. I fucking hucked the grenade. That blew up. Dude died. Jumped up. Headshotted this guy. I'm like, boom. I ducked behind a wall. They were shooting, you know, the other guys.
Yeah.
Sully and fucking Sam. So I started out really good. I'm like, all right. You know, and then I paused it, and I got back to it probably like 25 minutes because I was on the phone. And then it was late at night, you know. And so then I got back to it, finished my gunfight. I was like, yeah, fuck it. You know, I paused it, and then I put it in rest mode because I didn't really want to deal with it. Yeah. And Uncharted, I was so excited to play it, but I just didn't want to deal with more exploration driving. I felt just exploration without a reward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the thing. It's like this, for all the quality that it oozes, it doesn't reward you enough for what you do.
Yeah.
You anytime you enter an area, it's like at this point I just go in with the expectation that I'm going to be there for far too long.
Yeah.
Like it's going to each location is going to outstay its welcome.
Yeah. By
the halfway mark.
Yeah.
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 And again, all the locations look amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's so good.
But if I have to move one more fucking crate with wheels on it...
Oh my God, to jump onto something,
and
to reach an area.
And it never looks that far away.
No.
It always looks like that if I hop on Sam's shoulders, I can totally just get up there.
Yeah, if you just help me.
No.
You know?
No, but instead we're throwing grenades and alerting everybody where we are. And,
yeah.
Yeah, and dragging something from across the terrain.
Oh, so loud.
Yeah.
It must echo. Yeah.
It's annoying.
Oh, well, they did get called out on it once. You guys are so loud. Remember? What's her face?
Elena, was it?
No.
Shit. Oh, the
woman, military lady.
You almost said black chick.
I did not.
I did. The black girl.
Well, her.
The leader of Shoreline.
Yeah. Her. Yeah.
Nadine.
See,
it took a second, but we got there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mr. Zircon.
See,
now it's right there in my repertoire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I had to score it. I don't know what I'd score it.
I know. I gotta wait, and it really.
I hear the ending's great.
I hope I make it, and that's what makes me. I really do, because I owe it to this game and to the series to see it through. I do, but I know me. You know what I mean?
So here's what I think. I hope Naughty Dog learns a few things.
Yeah.
Right? Because I can't remember Uncharted ever really having a ton of find a crate and move it over to...
Yeah.
It's like original Tomb Raider puzzles. Like real basic stuff that like Uncharted tends to avoid.
Yeah.
But that same game mechanic... Did you play The Last of Us?
Not all of it.
But you must have played enough to... Remember when every time Ellie needed to get from one location to another and you had to find like something that was floating in the water to bring her from one place to another?
Yeah.
It's like the same exact game mechanic.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Yeah.
Every time, and it pulled you out of the game every single time.
Yeah.
So whoever's designing these levels must be the same person.
Yeah, maybe.
And I hope that they've gotten, at this point, learned from the feedback.
Yeah.
We never want to see that shit again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have to assume also that The Last of Us 2 is in development.
Yeah.
You have to assume at this point.
You would hope.
Why didn't you finish The Last of Us?
Because
that game was amazing.
Well, I played, all right, to the point where Joel and Ellie got to, is it Pennsylvania?
Oh, at this point, it's been so long, I've forgotten.
Yeah, well, they're somewhere. I don't know. I think it was halfway. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I stopped because the PlayStation 4, maybe? I got to it late. So I don't know if it's then I bought it when the PlayStation 4 came out.
Okay.
I can't remember.
So you were playing the PS3 version?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got a PS4, and then they announced that they were coming it out with PS4. So then I bought it for PS4, and I started, of course, over and doing the same shit again, and I never made it to that location that I finished at the PS3.
So you didn't even get to pick up where you left off?
No, because I was just like, I kept being like, it was all just repeating it. Yeah. And mind you, the game is awesome, and so much like, with the clackers, right? And it was awesome. Clickers. I think. Somebody at my work is playing the game now, and it's coincidental you're bringing it up. He's been talking about it a lot, and it's been like, because I do... want to play it again, and I'm really nervous. I would stop playing Uncharted to play that. Yeah.
Wait, now, has anybody spoiled the ending of The Last of Us for you?
No, surprisingly.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of unbelievable, because it's been a few years now.
And I haven't even tried to avoid it. That doesn't mean you can just tell me now.
No, because it was an amazing ending.
Yeah. I don't know how I avoided it. And like Mass Effect 3, yes, I avoided it like the plague.
Yeah.
But, fucking Last of Us, no.
Okay.
Huh.
You get back to that at some point, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, who was it? It was, somebody told me recently, we were talking about all the games that, like, we haven't finished.
Yeah.
The list is out of control on. Right?
Yeah.
Never mind the games I haven't started.
Yeah.
But the games I've started and haven't finished is fucking out of control.
Yeah.
And then I see deals like Dishonored HD PlayStation 4 version. Yeah. It was on sale for like $15 on Amazon.
Wow.
And I was like, I never played Dishonored. I'll buy that.
Yeah.
And then it came and I was like, when am I ever going to play this game?
I did play that. You should.
I hear it's amazing.
That is actually pretty good.
And I actually beat it soon.
Yeah. I did beat it, yeah.
Is it a long game?
No. See, it's just the right amount of time.
Okay.
I think it was about 15 hours.
Well, and then there's a couple of games that I also bought. I bought the Borderlands HD Handsome Jack collection.
Okay.
Which is Borderlands the pre-sequel and Borderlands 2.
Okay.
Neither one of those games are short games.
No, those aren't short at all.
But again, it was like $15, and I was like,
cheap.
I better pick those up.
Yeah.
I want to play those someday.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna play those games.
And they're solid,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I know they're great.
Yeah.
And people, Borderlands 2 is a game people always harass me about, being like, you never played it? Buy it, play it with me. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
We'll play it co-op together. And I'm like, I can't imagine a time where I'm willing to spend like 5 hours online with somebody.
Yeah.
And like, let's go through this together.
Yeah.
And I know that game's not 5 hours. Like, it's multiple play sessions.
I did the first one with that, I don't know, maybe it was one of the first few podcasts where I was talking about my Scottish buddy in EverQuest 2. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had played, like, fucking hours in Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. And, Borderlands 1, we must have definitely, I don't know, dozens and dozens of hours. Borderlands 2, not as much, because I think we didn't finish. We kind of got sick of that, or he played it on his own, and I just played a little bit with him. But they're long games, and it's fun to do it with somebody. But I don't know. I was different back then too. You know what I mean? My gameplay, I could tolerate.
You probably had more time.
No, a lot more time.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
We're lucky that we get you an hour a week.
I know, right? And I still want to do these other things, like the gaming with Brett. I want to do something like that so bad.
Yeah.
But my fucking time, I just never can.
I actually think doing the make Brett play videos. Mm-hmm. I'm actually glad the first set of them that we did didn't come out so good.
Yeah.
Because ever since Kevin was first on the show, I was like, man, we need to get him involved in like the Without Parole Games family somehow.
Yeah.
But getting him on
that was last week. Yeah.
Yep. Because that was the third time he's been on. Mm-hmm. He filled in for Mike Zeller, I think, a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he needs to be part of like the Without Parole.
He's pretty comfortable.
Games family. Yeah, and he's funny.
Yeah,
and he's loud.
Quick.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I'm like, he's everything that I'm not really when it comes to like conversations.
No,
in gaming, like I leave it up to Brett and Kevin and you guys to be funny. I'm just trying to keep everything in line, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And especially since him and Brett are friends.
Yeah.
Like, he can razz Brett quite a bit when he's playing games.
They have that dynamic.
Yeah. So I definitely think his place. I think because he was here last week and we talked about that. I think mentally he found his place in the Without Parole Games family. Like, he needs to be part of those episodes.
Yeah.
And again, I might even take a step back and be introduce the game and then get off camera, right? And be like, you guys play and just fucking have a good time.
Yeah.
I'll do some editing.
Some of those videos are funny.
Yeah.
Watching people do that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's wicked funny.
Our first batch wasn't so funny. It was rough.
Oh well.
It was rough. There was a lot of green screening. The green screen was like, it was an all-day experience to set up for the first time.
Yeah. Where'd you shoot it? Out there or in here?
Out there.
Right out there.
And to bring all of the stuff out there.
Looked like you guys were saying.
Big pain in the ass.
No shit.
This conversation doesn't mean anything to you guys, so thanks for joining.
The bleeps, the words about subscribing, or whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely subscribe.
Please,
I don't know what's going on.
Forgot
anymore.
you were there.
Right?
Come on in,
which is good.
Yeah.
Damn. There are so many games coming out. There's so much stuff like on the horizon.
Yeah, what the fuck was there?
You're not gonna play Overwatch? That's a multiplayer thing. That's a Brett game.
Yeah, totally not.
Doom. I feel like already came and went.
Yeah, that came and went. I don't care.
Yeah.
Zoolander 2.
What?
I want to see Zoolander 2. It's on Redbox tomorrow.
It's not even in the theaters anymore.
No, it's totally gone. And I really like the first one. I want to watch the second one.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to Zoolander 2.
Spoiler cast on the way.
Yeah. I want to watch it.
Not happening.
I love Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell. All right, he's pretty missing lately, but whatever.
I don't think I've ever liked Will Ferrell.
Oh, no?
Just Elf.
Tight pants?
Elf.
Tight pants on?
Elf was the only movie I liked him in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What else was he? Frank the Tank in Old School. Sorry, baby. Come on. All right.
So, if somebody's out watching this out there and they don't know me very well, I hate 95% of all comedies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't think they're funny.
Oh, I like stupid shit.
Well, like I love stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like I get that. Like somebody's job is to go out on a stage and make us laugh.
Yeah.
Right? But when you actually have a movie where you can control everything, where you can control like scenarios and you can control like the setup dialogue and you have the writing. I feel like at that point has to be so good to reflect the fact that you have full control to make us laugh.
Yeah. And
it never works for me.
No.
Never.
What about like the more improvised ones, like the Seth Rogans and
Nope.
Paul Rudds?
Nope. And I kind of always go, those shouldn't have been so improvised because they weren't that funny. Always.
They go wacky. I think but they make me laugh because I kind of get that stupid humor. You know what I mean?
I'm
I
a
laugh
fucking
at everything.
curmudgeon, man. Like, I'm the guy yelling at his neighbors because they like wake him up, I'm like,
I do, though.
Me.
I'm easy.
Yeah.
I am like super easy in that sense. And no, not
like Sunday
sense.
morning.
Yeah. I mean, like, I laugh at everything. I'm pretty laid back with that. I find humor in fucking too much shit. I laugh at myself a lot. Even watching these podcasts. Seriously, it's stupid. I will laugh at the stupid shit I say. And I laugh at... And I'm laughing on the show, too. And I'm laughing at me watching it. Not because I'm laughing, but just because I thought it was funny.
When I edit this and I laugh about something, I'm like, that's gold. I don't think anything's funny. And if we make me laugh while I'm sitting there staring at the screen at 4:00 in the morning editing, I'm like, well, something worked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, your girlfriend,
Yep.
The last time I saw her, she had not watched any episodes of the Midnight Gamescast.
No.
Why is that?
I didn't tell her the name of it yet. I mean, I did now.
Yeah.
But she kept asking.
That we were up to like episode 7 or something at that point.
I know. Well, because I was like...
Did you not want her watching it?
Well, you know what? I'm going to give you a few reasons, just like I gave her.
Getting an insight into Jeremy's personal life.
I'll tell you why. No one watches by this point except me, you.
This is where it.
Me and you. Yeah, Brett's not going to watch this far.
I don't think Brett's watched any of them.
No. Skim through.
He's still not sure how video game true and false works.
Yeah. So, okay. Because in my mind, I'm like, all right, when I first did it, I know the first episode's going to be awkward. I'm not going to tell her about the first one. And yeah, it was awkward. I'm like,
not going to tell her about it? Like, was she aware that you were doing a podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't going to give her the name of the channel.
But you weren't like, hey, here's the link, check it out.
No.
Right.
No, totally not. So, then the second episode came along. I'm like, I got to get this into the rhythm before I just kind of tell people.
We definitely took like 4 or 5 episodes to get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So then it got to number 3, and it's like, all right, gaining the momentum, and it was like still evolving, like it still is, you know. And then episode 4, and then I just kept going. I didn't even really think of it, you know. And then it got to the point, like maybe like episode 6, where she was like, hey, you've been doing these a while.
Right.
What's the name?
Where you going every Monday night, for real?
Yeah, I want the name.
What's really going on there? Right.
And so then I started thinking, shit. Then she might like give me be like critical in a good way, and give like pointers of what she would think, and it would make me then paranoid to sit here and be the idiot that I am, and you know. Yep. Trying more so to be.
Yeah, you need to have your freedom. You can't be concerned about who's watching you or like. Okay, I remember like when my dad would watch Gaming Without Parole, the first couple episodes, and we used to. We always swear, you know, but like I think we swore too much because we were nervous. Okay. You know, so it was like kind of like every other sentence was like "fuck this" and "fuck that." Was it? Yeah. Well, because this was a year and a half ago. You know, like still like I feel wicked comfortable with the camera rolling right now. Yeah. But a year and a half ago, I was like, oh fuck, here we go. This is real rough. And so like I'd say fuck quite a bit. And my dad was like, you guys swear too much, like I can't watch this. Oh wow. And I was like, shit, like people I know are watching this and like they are judging me based on how I act on camera. Okay. And so like it takes a little while to get over that and be like, fuck everybody. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Fuck everybody. We're doing this is our fun time, right? Yeah. We don't get much fun time in life. Yeah. Enjoy it.
Exactly. Right. And so she's not gonna criticize. She's like, well, I gotta do that, you know. So then it was probably after you said that. Thank God I fucking yacked that. I think I've puked now 3 times mentioning during this show. I think I've mentioned vomiting 3 different times now. I think, or at least said the word puke. You know, whatever. But anyways, so that changed the subject later on that evening. So I didn't have to get into it then. So it went another week or 2.
Was that the cause of it? No. As soon as I brought up the podcast, you're like, I don't feel so good.
Yeah. So no, luckily. So anyways, so finally I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. You know, you will watch them, you know. Yeah. But at least hit like and subscribe. And like my buddy, you know, and then my other buddy, I told him that I just kind of, you know, I think they're funny now, and I think we've hit a good rhythm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you and I, before we did this, we didn't really know each other. No. Like, we saw each other a bunch. Yeah. Like, in passing. Yeah. But we didn't really know each other. No. No. We still don't really know each other. No. No.
It's a different know each other. It's a weird know each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. We know each other as much as we need to know each other to film this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird. Like I know we have a lot of younger viewers. Yeah. You know, I think most of the people that watch us are like between the ages of like 13 and 17. Yeah. Probably because we swear so fucking much.
Maybe.
Right.
Shit balls.
Right. I always put in the description, not for kids, like on the advertisements.
Oh, do you?
Just so that if kids are
watching it.
Yeah, they'll be like, fuck, that's for me.
Is it on? Where is it advertised?
I do one night of advertising a week on YouTube, and it is every Tuesday night from midnight Tuesday night to 6 a.m. Wednesday morning.
How?
So
where?
It's 6 hours.
I've never seen it.
6 hours. No, but if you have to be watching YouTube during that 6 hour span of time between Tuesday night at midnight. Oh. Yeah, it's like 6 hours a week I advertise. If you're not watching YouTube during that span of time, you're not seeing the advertisement. Oh. I don't have enough money to advertise more than that.
When is it?
Tuesday at midnight.
Okay.
To Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. So midnight to 6 a.m.
All of Tuesday, or you mean...
No, Tuesday midnight. Like Tuesday ends.
So you mean Wednesday, 12:01 a.m.
Yes. There we go. All right, okay. And for the following 6 hours.
So for the 6 hours, okay.
That is it. And it advertises in the United States. Yeah. Advertises in the UK. Yeah. In Australia.
Sweet.
I figured this is the place that speak English the most. Yeah. Right? So we do actually, hey, we have some UK viewers and Australian viewers. If
Wait,
you made it this far,
you said Australian? Oi.
No, that's like the Ramones.
It is like the Ramones, yeah. Where were they from? We should know this. UK?
I don't know. I thought they were American. That might not be true.
I might be totally an idiot.
luckily, the voice of the internet will be around next week to fix us.
Please do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just us. Yeah, he's gonna have a field day.
Yeah. Well, he's actually got like 3 weeks to catch up.
Oh, he does. Right? Yeah.
He wasn't on last week. We don't have him this week. The week before. Yeah. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has been a while.
It's like putting a thing in the hose and then like letting it go and letting it go.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to get wet.
Kink in the hose. That's what it is. Yeah. Have you been playing anything else other than Uncharted and Ratchet? I figured maybe we talk about video games or something a little bit.
I know,
more.
right? Well, a little bit of it, weird. Maybe.
Yeah. No.
I watched E.T. actually with my kids for the first time with them ever, but myself in probably 25 years.
How was
barely watched it.
Does it stack up?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. Yeah. And it's I mean, it's very unexplained.
This is strange because this is the second E.T. reference in 3 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody at work was like, "Oh, I was like E.T. when he was drunk," and I was like, "E.T. get drunk?"
He did get drunk.
Again, I haven't seen it since it was in the theater.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the last time I watched it.
Wow.
With my parents. I think it might have been the first movie I ever went to see.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it was almost. I mean, not quite as long, but yeah. Yeah, he gets drunk.
I don't remember anything about this movie except the M&Ms.
Mm-hmm. M&Ms
or
Reese's
Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
There's another movie later called Max and Me that totally ripped off E.T.
Oh.
And they did M&Ms instead of Reese's Pieces. It was almost the same movie.
Yeah, speaking of Paul Rudd.
Was he in that?
No.
Oh.
But I think every time he had been on...
Speaking of Paul Rudd, nothing...
But listen, you'll see how it ties in. Every time he goes on certain guy's talk show, I forget who famous it is.
Sure.
He'll bring a clip of his new movie, and it's always the same one scene in Mac and Me, where the kid in the fucking wheelchair accidentally goes down the hill and falls over the cliff into the water.
And was he not in that movie?
No, he
That's
just thinks
hilarious.
He just brings that clip in and says that's his new movie.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
Yeah, me too.
But anyways, so Mac and Me, E.T.
Mac, not Max. Max. Yeah, you're right.
Mac and Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
E.T. Yeah. So you watched that. So what did your kids think?
They're really loving it. They didn't finish it. They had to go to school.
It always intrigues me to be like, hey, what do kids think of like this stuff that like probably is totally irrelevant to adults now?
Yeah. That Alien, I had to show her a picture of E.T. prior because she was a little nervous how they portrayed him. My, younger daughter, 5 basically, and I was like, should she be watching this? And I'm like, it
was a family movie, right?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. I didn't say that out loud. In front of the kids.
You seem like a good father.
Yeah, no, I'm totally in dad mode in front of them. I'm a different person big time. When they're not around, they don't know about the podcast.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
my niece and nephew just found out about the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think your parents want you watching
you shouldn't watch this.
We definitely swear too much and make inappropriate references to things that they're going to repeat. And not even know what they're saying, right? Yeah. Yeah, in case you guys are watching, hey guys.
Yeah, vagina.
What's up? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, they'll be like, what's a vagina?
No, kids know weird things these days. They're like, I have a penis, she has a vagina. I'm just like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I did know that.
I'm still not sure.
Yeah. Remember in Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah. That's exactly what the kid said in that movie.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
It's not a tumor.
Right? Yeah.
That's the only line I remember from that.
Shut up!
Now a governor.
What does he say when he has it? It's not the weasel. It's a ferret. That's
right.
Right?
Wow. So I'm assuming that maybe you watched this movie.
It's been a long time, but I've seen it quite a bit. I've got it in my viewer. I've watched it almost as many times as like Uncle Buck.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
John Candy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Holy crap.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Wow. Have you seen Zombies?
I don't even know what is that.
So it just popped up on Netflix. I'd never heard of it.
Zombies.
Zombies. So like zombies, but with the extra O.
Oh.
The whole thing is like a Jurassic Park ripoff.
Okay.
Right? It's not dinosaurs, right? But it's like this big zoo, like this big animal sanctuary.
Yes.
And they all turn into zombies.
All the animals
do. Yeah. So Zombies.
Wow. Is it a kid movie or is it a really bad...
It's a really bad adult movie, right? Like it is... there are parts that are genius.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wow, this is actually a decent, scary movie.
The name is genius alone.
But it's surrounded by a whole lot of awfulness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zombies.
Like bad acting and just awfulness.
Oh, shit. That name is great.
It's worth watching just because it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
and
really.
It's there. Why not?
Netflix is pretty worn out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many more Chelsea, whatever her name is, specials can there be? You know?
Although, like, when I said I like stand-up comedy, there's always new stand-up on Netflix, and I always discover stand-up comedians that I've never heard of because of Netflix.
John Mulaney's great.
John Mulaney is great.
Greg Giraldo, he's dead.
But
then the other one, Gary Goldman.
Yeah.
Oh, he's really funny, but he's been around for a while, too. Bill Burr has always been one of my favorites.
Bill Burr, every time he has a new special, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then
Tom Segura.
Yep.
He's really funny.
Is that Megan Mulaney's wife? No, husband. Oh God, I can't talk.
John Mulaney.
Nope. Who's the woman on Will and Grace?
I have no clue.
I think her name's like Megan Mullally.
Megan Mullally.
And I think Tom Segura is her husband.
Oh, really?
That was a long way to go for something that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah. What's his name? Anthony Jeselnik.
I don't know who that is.
What? Really?
Yeah.
He's so fucking dry, so funny. He even had a TV show for a while, the Jeselnik Offensive. I think it only lasted like one season on Comedy Central. He's hilarious. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I would ever know about him if it wasn't for a Netflix stand-up special.
Really?
Yeah. Check him out.
Well, Mike Birbiglia.
Love Mike Birbiglia.
He's from Shrewsbury.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got a new movie coming out.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Did you see Sleepwalk with Me?
No.
Okay. So he's only had one movie. Like he's had a bunch of stand-up specials, but Sleepwalk with Me was his last movie, and then his new one is called Don't Think Twice.
Did he write that?
I think it's written and starring him.
Because that was, I remember in a stand-up, I forget which one, where he told the story how there's the issue with sleepwalking and stuff. Yeah.
Sleepwalk with Me actually, like, it takes a bunch of his jokes and makes it into a movie.
He's good with that. Like, his last special was how he met his wife, essentially, from when she was his girlfriend.
Was the special called My Girlfriend's Boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great, how he just full circle, you know?
So full circle, and like we are so off topic. I love it. No, but that special, I made everybody I know watch it.
Oh, really?
Because it hit me in just the right place where it was like, it made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, I was like tearing up.
Yeah.
You know? It's like talking about like the car accident he got into.
Oh.
And like how the cop wouldn't return his phone calls, about how his whole life was crashing down. And like basically he owed like something like $7,000 because this cop did the wrong thing and blah blah. And finally, like, his girlfriend just convinced him, just pay it and get it over with.
Yeah.
And move on with your life. And it was like, somehow he made this awful experience into like a really touching moment.
Yeah. And her telling the story of her, I guess boyfriend. They were dating 6 years, going to get married, and talked about the family and anything. And what happened? And he's dead because he died of cancer. You know what I mean? And it's like, those are like heavy things in a comedy special he's talking about, but then he makes it full circle. It's so funny. His humor is really funny.
I think that special, Mike Birbiglia, My Girlfriend's Boyfriend, is one of the greatest hour and 15 minutes of really television you could possibly watch.
Yeah.
So if it's still on Netflix, and I hope it is.
I don't know, but it should be.
The funny thing is about that is I remember I told my parents to watch it, and I told them what it was. I was like, it's Mike Birbiglia, one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah.
He's doing stand-up.
Yeah.
I was like, but it's more than stand-up.
Yeah.
He's storytelling.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, you've really sold us. We're going to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, sweet. 2 weeks go by, I see my parents again. They're like, we watched My Girlfriend's Boyfriend. And I was like, what did you think? And they're like, it was okay.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, you didn't like it? And they were like, well, the acting was kind of lame, and it was sort of like a cheesy romance movie, and we didn't think it was something you'd like. And immediately I'm like, what the hell did you guys watch?
Yeah, what is...
this is not at all. So we go on Netflix and I check out what they watched. There's a movie called My Girlfriend's Boyfriend.
Oh.
That's like this cheesy chick flick, like date movie.
And they watched it thinking you loved it.
I think I lost a couple respect points from them.
Did you watch it afterwards just to think what they were thinking about you at what given point?
Yeah, I made it like 20 minutes in. I was like, this is garbage.
They thought this of me momentarily. Well, actually, for 2 weeks, they thought that of you.
Yeah. And
our fucking son likes this shit.
Luckily, they were like, we know you pretty well, and we didn't think this was something that really, So I'm glad that they, like, in the back of their mind, they were like, something's not right here.
Yeah.
But they didn't search again.
Yeah.
They watched the whole thing.
Wow. Yeah. Did they end up watching the actual Mike Birbiglia?
Probably not. Probably
they
not.
Should, though. So much better.
They put too much effort into my girlfriend's boyfriend already.
Wow.
Yeah. They did watch Making a Murderer because of me.
Oh, that was great.
So great.
Too bad we didn't have this podcast back then.
Oh,
so much would have been talked about.
Yeah, every day I watched another episode and I was like, I can't wait to watch the next one.
I read most of the actual transcript on the internet from Brandon to the police that was portrayed in that. Yeah.
Wow.
He definitely said a lot more things than what was edited in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a lot more stuff in there.
Really?
He totally explained a lot of why the blood was discovered in the trunk, and then that kind of shit.
So do you think Netflix has taken a very one-sided approach to this, like trying to make him out to be innocent?
That they claim that they would just given a summary of the evidence as they saw it, and of course they, it leaned the one way that they thought it leaned. Yeah. But
they had a mission. They certainly weren't going in unbiased.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if he did it or not after. And then, all right, so definitely watching the special, I'm like, there's no way he did it. It's fucking guys. He didn't do it. Brandon's a fucking moron, Right.
IQ of 12.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I don't know what they're feeding him in prison, but they need to slow down. They
he's
do.
Getting bigger by the second. He was big the whole time, but he just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, if they gave him just some amount of nutrition he needed to thrive as a human, he would be fit.
but where did all this take place? Was it was it the Midwest or
Kansas? I don't know.
Kansas. Yeah, it was something like that. Like somewhere in
Missouri.
And like, I mean, it doesn't seem like that anybody in this family is like really well educated.
Not at all.
And they always talk about nutrition and education going hand in hand.
Yeah.
And watching this documentary, like everyone's smoking cigarettes.
Oh, big time.
Everyone's drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And like
everyone's living forever, by the way.
Eating fast food.
They're like, rah, and he's old and gray and he fucking living forever. My son ain't fucking do it,
True. That is true.
Yeah.
But none of them look particularly healthy.
No, they don't look healthy.
Definitely
nor attractive.
Overweight and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
None of them have shaved their privates, man or female. None of them.
They don't know what manscaping means.
No. I mean, when they wipe, hair gets pulled out because of crust.
It actually makes me like real sad, like when Stephen Avery's mother talks.
Yeah.
Right. It's like because like you feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're like, you're stupid. You're just dumb. Man.
Yeah.
You're dumb. Like she almost has like a glimmer of intelligence here and there when she's going through court cases and stuff. Like she's studied it, but I'm like, but this is kind of all she knows.
That's it.
Like as far as education goes, she only knows her son's court cases.
Yeah. They love their kid, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's for damn sure.
That is for sure. Yeah, and when he was put in jail the first time and he did his time for a crime he didn't commit, you automatically assume that the police were totally out to get him the second time.
Oh, big time.
Like there's a part of me that's like, they killed this woman.
Oh yeah,
to frame Stephen Avery.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just out of control. Like everybody from the top down seems corrupt.
Oh, big time.
Right?
Yeah. You got to read and watch the other evidence too. Yeah. Now, supposedly his ex-wife, the girl in the beginning, I don't know if they were married. I forget now. But she tried drinking, was it bleach or rat? She tried doing something to kill herself, to go to the hospital to get away from him, to tell somebody that, he is fucking pretty bad to her.
There's so much more going on here. Yeah. So,
and the girl, the one that died,
yes.
She was afraid because I'm remembering now that she didn't want to go to his house because the first time she ever went to his house, he came to the door in a bathrobe, the towel wrapped around his waist, and really just wanted her to come to the house and requested her and tried getting her in the house. And then when it was time, he called a bunch of times that day, the day that she went missing, from a different phone number looking for her. And then the phone calls from that number stopped from the time she went missing until X amount of time later, then from Stephen Avery's phone himself, like to be like, hey, where is she? Now to put himself like, I've been looking for her.
Right.
I'm innocent, even though it's after the time it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they didn't mention any of that.
No, they didn't.
Of course not.
Yeah. I mean, the cops did, that's the problem, though. The shit they did to set him up, it was so unbelievable.
Right.
Somebody's guilty somewhere of something. I don't know who.
This is true.
But the lawyers, oh my God, the intelligence and the drive and the determination and the stand for justice those two fucking guys have was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And just, I love how that guy said that he prayed and wished that Stephen was guilty of the crime that he did.
Because he spent his whole life in jail for it. So hopefully he did.
He did.
Right?
Yeah. That stands for that's strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy believes in the system and fights for it. He doesn't believe in it, but he's fighting for one.
You wonder if spending that much time in jail for a crime he didn't commit, like, what does that do to you?
Oh yeah.
You know? Like, do you just have it out for the world when you get out of jail?
Oh, yeah.
You know, are you at that point? Are you like, well, fucking go ahead, send me back to jail, and this time I'm gonna do something to deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, you wonder. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, I came out of the documentary being like, of course he's innocent.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but there's three sides to every story.
Awesome. Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
their side, and the truth in the middle somewhere.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
There's if you like that series, there is a series on. You have Amazon Prime.
Yes.
So you have the streaming service too.
I guess so.
You do. Yeah. It's time to use it. Because you're technically paying for it. You might as well check it out.
Okay.
It's called Paradise Lost.
Okay.
And it's actually 3 documentaries, and each one of them I think is filmed 10 years after the other.
Okay.
So it's like a very long story about these 3 boys accused of. They were all like, you know, they were all goth kids, like, you know, like young teenagers, goth, and. Kind of like a little bit true, and you know they didn't care about school, and another one of these like, you know, not terribly educated stories, right?
Sure.
And they got accused of murdering 3 little boys.
Okay.
And because they were like kind of the suspicious characters in their town, they got arrested for it.
Okay.
And really seemed like they never got a fair trial, and they went to jail, spent their whole life in jail.
Wow.
And so these 3 documentaries document their repeated, the arrest in the first place, and then all of the times that they tried to get out, all of the times that they, like, you know, pled their case and found new evidence and this and that.
Yeah.
And it leads up to the very, very end. So I'm not spoiling anything because it's 3 movies. I think they're about an hour and a half, 2 hours each.
You can tell me the end.
I'm not telling you the end.
Shit.
Because they're awesome. 3 awesome documentaries, and just like Making a Murderer, you'll finish the first one and go, I need to watch the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
There's 3 of them an hour and a half long.
And they span like something over 20 years. They span.
Okay. And
it's totally worth your time.
Jeez.
Yeah. So and it's in the resolution at the end is like it's awesome and frustrating and everything all at the same time.
Huh.
And you'll like it just as much as Making a Murderer.
Wow. I watched one too that I should suggest you.
Bring it on.
How long have we been on?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You were right on time, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. Over an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so we can wrap it up after this.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the documentary.
If you're still watching and you were looking for a video game podcast, come back next week.
We were too, I think.
We were.
You know?
We played some Uncharted.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You know? I forget the name of this video, but it's terrible. I'm not going to get into it.
No?
No, because I will just confuse it and I'll go off for 12 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it has a terrible ending. It is terrible ending. You know.
So you're saying I shouldn't watch it?
No. All right, so really quick. This guy used to make videos with his buddy.
Set your clocks.
I know.
Real quick, we'll see.
This guy used to make these videos with his buddy. All, you know, from young. They used to make fake little movies, effects and shit like this.
Okay.
And everyone loved this guy. I forget his name even. But they loved him as a kid. As an adult, he was a doctor. Everyone fucking loved this kid. Mm-hmm. I mean, man, now at this point, he was amazing. He started dating this crazy girl. Fucking crazy shit. Fucking shit crazy. Then anyways, he broke up with her, put her on a plane, sent her back. She lived, I think, 1,000 miles away, if I remember correctly. Then the next day or so, she drove back to his house, met him somewhere that night. He announced he was going to go meet her. Next day, he was found dead. They shot to death.
Okay.
She flew back to Canada, if I'm remembering correctly. And then they couldn't get her out of Canada or something for the murder trial, whatever, if I'm remembering correctly. Blah, blah, blah. I'm really trying to make this quick. Then she announces...
Take your time. I'm in no hurry.
Then she makes a public announcement that only, you know, of course, they think she's guilty of this crime of killing him.
Yeah.
But that she's now pregnant with his baby. So she has a baby, you know, then they want to do a test to make sure it's his baby.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, they've got the parents of the murdered son, who's now, this is their grandson, have to make friends because she demands that she be with them when they interact with her fucking baby.
Yeah.
So she becomes really psycho, protective mother, building, and they hear the parents are talking about how this fucking animal murdered our kids and we got to build a relationship and manage plans of when we're going to pick up and when we're going to hang out with our grandson. all the time they're trying to get her into, in court for the murder of their kid to put him in jail. And then anyways, blah, blah, blah. A judge said she was innocent, let her out. And so she went somewhere one day, and they're like, I think at this point the baby kid was like probably 3 years old or 2 years old, I forget. So she fucking strapped him to her and committed suicide with her and the baby. That's the end of the documentary. Fucking terrible. Their grandparents.
So she obviously killed her husband.
She killed her husband. No, yeah, it was found out and guilty, but she had a relationship. I think in jail and out of jail. I can't remember now. Terrible results. Wow. This documentary, these people lived so much. Their son was murdered, then their grandbaby was murdered. I mean, they had such a relationship with this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
Also, in the vein of documentaries, I swear, I'm not even going to describe this one. If you like anything that we've been talking about so far, Making a Murderer, whatever.
That other dead baby, unfortunately, dead baby was.
If these things interest you, watch The Jinx.
The Jinx.
The Jinx. It's on HBO or HBO Go. If
Jinx?
Yes. Okay. The Jinx. It's the best thing I've ever seen. It's like a 6-part miniseries, and it's better than any of the stuff I've already talked about.
Really?
But in the interest of time, just go watch it. Huh. You're going to love it. It's amazing. Do you have HBO?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Jinx.
The Jinx.
The Jinx.
Yes.
It's on HBO right now.
Yeah, it's about Robert Durst. The son of a billionaire, basically a billionaire himself, and just his life in this stupid fucking shit that he's done, or the stupid situations he's found himself in.
Yeah,
it's just
incredible,
unbelievable what having unlimited money will do to a person.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
the way he's always known it to be.
Yeah, it's when you can do anything and money will get you out of it, out of trouble. You view life much different, I think. Wow. And I think this documentary proves it. Yeah. And he's the most likable bad guy ever. I'm rooting for him the whole time. 6 episodes in, I'm like, please don't be guilty. You're nice. I like you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you seem like a nice guy.
Huh.
Yeah. You start identifying with the bad guy, and you're like, something's wrong. Am I fucked up? You know?
Yeah.
Watch The Jinx. It's real good.
The Jinx.
Just to get back on video games for a second before we call it quits. Mm-hmm. I downloaded some stuff just in the last couple of days. I love pinball.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm not very good at it. Right?
Yeah.
So I've had Zen Pinball 2 on my PS4 since the launch of the PS4.
Yeah. And
the great thing about it is like they're constantly introducing new tables.
Yeah.
Like new pinball tables.
Yeah.
So it's like almost like the game just like it's almost like having new pinball games every so often. And it's only like $2 or $3 for each pinball table. And so I just downloaded the pack of Bob's Burgers, Archer, Family Guy, and American Dad. They all have their own table.
Yeah.
And it was like $9.99.
Yeah.
So for $2.50 each,
you got
all these new pinball tables.
Huh.
I'm real bad at pinball.
Yeah.
But I love this game.
Wow. I'm bad at the real one, and I hate how I lose money if I miss the ball.
Oh, yeah.
At least in this, you can just restart, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Zen Pinball 2 is awesome. And if there's a movie out, like especially a superhero one, like they have Spider-Man tables, they have X-Men tables, they have Civil War? No, but they definitely have a Captain America table.
Changes everything, right? The little fucking bells you ding off of and
the entire table is different. Entire table, like, and there's always like 3D animated characters and stuff that like it's kind of all their games are grounded in like normal pinball physics.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure all of them could be real pinball tables.
Okay.
But the extra cool animated stuff that happens on the table, is all stuff that probably you couldn't do with a real table.
Yeah.
So the visual flair is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Really like it.
Yeah.
Really like it. Spider-Man table is real cool. There's I think not an X-Files one, but like an X-Files inspired one called Paranormal.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't like pinball, I mean, obviously you're not going to check it out, but like it's real cool for what it is, and just knowing that you're like, oh, I want to play pinball, I can download a new pinball table for $2.50.
No shit.
That's cool.
We got to take note of what you just said about X-Files. We never had this podcast when the X-Files series was on. Did you watch it?
2 episodes, I think.
All right, we won't get into it now because we're over an hour, aren't we now?
We're like, we're getting. No one's going to watch this one.
No, I know, right? They're gonna be like, where the 2 of them?
Where's Brett?
Yeah,
Brett's the funny guy.
Skip.
Right? They fast forward until they see the video game True and False logo, and it never happens.
Yeah, really. We should just, the XXX Gamecast.
Yeah.
Drug free.
Tell us what you think about this episode in the comments. I'm curious to know. Right? No one really leaves comments. We let a lot of viewers every week.
No one does, yeah.
No one leaves comments, except for that douchebag from last week.
Yeah.
Right? But that's the great thing. We talked about this before. Yeah, if people don't leave negative comments, then you're not successful.
Yeah.
Right?
Something angered him.
You go to an IGN video, half of the comments are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I'm all right with the assholes. That means we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? We're reaching beyond the people we want to see.
Yeah.
Into that extraneous territory.
Yeah.
Right?
Fucking ginger.
And he's only saying that because his name was Ben the Ginger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
was that what it was? Ben the Ginger.
Yeah. That's why you're saying the Ginger. You're not just calling somebody a ginger.
Well, I thought it was the Ginger. Yeah.
Right.
My nephew is.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was an interesting episode of the Midnight Gamescast.
Oh, what was the comment they were supposed to leave before we get it? Just anything.
Well, tell us what you think about this episode that we just did.
Oh yeah.
Because we just talked about we talked more about life than we did about games.
Yeah, really.
And I actually really enjoy that. And I think the Midnight Gamescast can be something that's a little more open-ended like that.
Yeah. What
I've been thinking about doing, and respond to this in the comments, is like bringing in a topic or two every week that have nothing to do with video games.
Yeah.
Like let's talk about amusement parks.
Yeah.
Right? That wasn't a topic, but we ended up talking about it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, like the Midnight Gamescast, the reason we get together is to talk about games.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to really open it up. I want it to be about whatever's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to talk about. You got something to get off your chest? Let's talk about it for an hour.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
So tell us what you think about that idea. We have Gaming Without Parole. We have one that's super dedicated to video games.
Yeah.
We're always going to talk about games here, but let's open it up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about everything.
Right? Why not?
Right.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We can even then start announcing what's next week.
There you go. That's right.
We're talking about blankety blank.
Blankety blank.
Yeah.
And if you are a fan of this Gamescast, you are a Midnight Game Cat.
Yeah.
So for the Midnight Gamescast, my name is Brian Paul.
Jeremy King.
Follow us on Twitter. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Ciao.